Kamen Rider.
Adam, what the
Hey, what's up, guys? Go Figure Podcast, episode 58. Tonight, we have an awesome episode. We have Urban Spidey, a.k.a. Adam. What's up, Adam?
What's up, Jaime?
I am, of course, Jaime, the Eternal Experience. I'm really excited for tonight's episode. It's going to be a great one, I assure you. So just keep listening. So remember, guys, we are part of the Raw, Live, and Unedited Podcasting Network, which means you can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Podbean, or the listening platform of your choice. Or you can just go to rawlivepod.com and listen to the podcast directly from your browser. You can also find each and every episode on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GoFigurePodcast.
And tonight, we have someone who I'm surprised I didn't follow him before because his pictures are amazing. 1-6 shooter. What's up, Trevor?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, man, I'm really
Good
excited.
to be on the show, guys.
Yes, dude, I'm really excited for you to be here. I'm a big fan of your work, so I'm glad that we can, talk for a little bit and, get to know Trevor.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love the show. I listen to it all the time.
Thanks, man. I
Listened
appreciate it.
to Marty's episode the other week. That was great.
Oh, thanks, man.
It made me want to do this in an English accent, but I won't attempt that. Even though I can do it, I can do a good one, but I'm not going to do it.
All right, so before we get into the interview section, just for the people who don't know who you are, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Trevor Williams, that's my real name, and I'm a creative director. I own my own marketing company, do a lot of websites and social media management for companies. And when I'm not doing that, I'm pretty much in my basement studio taking pictures of toys. If I'm not walking one of my 3 dogs or hanging out with my wife.
So, how did it all start? Toys or photography?
Yeah, toys. Well, it's got to be toys because, it depends on how far back you're going, but it's got to be toys because, of course, when I was a kid, saw Star Wars, that was it. Before that it was G.I. Joe. So I was always collecting something, man. I had tons of stuff when I was a kid. Luckily, it was good. So then, I got into graphic design back in the day when there was still, I'm dating myself, but there was still film and cameras. And I got to tell you, I didn't really care for photography. I didn't like going in the dark room and having to expose things and stuff. It was a pain. So I kind of stayed away from that. And then, Photoshop, this really makes me sound old. Photoshop came out. It had been out for a while, but I had found out about it. And that kind of changed things for me. And then when digital cameras came out, that was it. I was all over that. So. Yeah, toys came first, then photography, but I've really been in photography for the last 6 or 7 years, probably, maybe a little longer.
So we all know that as a kid we used to have toys that we used to like, but what would you say that got you into collecting as an adult?
Okay, as an adult, I picked up like some sideshow figures years ago. Just like I had an office and I had them in my office, and this guy I worked with had a ton of them. And it's kind of like, it was a thing. You pick up something every once in a while, and I wasn't really collecting. I kind of put all that stuff away. I still had my Darth Vader case full of figures, but it was in the basement. I didn't take it. So then Sideshow came out with, I think, the Han Solo and the Chewie set, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. I'm just gonna get those 2 guys. I'm gonna put them on my desk just to, look cool, and that'll be that. And I think at last count, 140 Hot Toys later. That was pretty much the beginning of a really, really bad financial decision. So that's pretty much, I think, what started me back on the trail, and now, that led to Black Series and all these other drugs that I take here and I'm surrounded by right now. So yeah, I think it was the Hot Toys, Han Solo and Chewie.
Nice. Damn, how many Hot Toys you have?
140 about at last count, I think. I don't know. There's still some in boxes that I haven't even taken out, so it could be up to 145, I think. Now.
Damn, I only have 4.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. And they take up a lot of space too. You know, like not like you guys collecting 6-inch figures and they're plastic and you can throw them in a drawer. These things you either got to put them in the box, you got to put them on a shelf. You know.
Yeah, I totally agree. They're quite big too. Like, and if you want to display them with the bases and all that, oh man.
Yeah.
So I know.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 detolfs. You know what a detolf is?
Oh
right?
wow, yeah.
So 11 of those right now.
Living the life.
Yeah, in my basement.
So I know you touched on Photoshop before, but what like really inspired you to start taking pictures?
So of figures,
Yeah.
so it was the Han and Chewie. It was sitting on my desk, and you know I would you get them, you got to pose them, you got to make some cool poses with them on a daily basis, or sometimes on an hourly basis, depending on the day. And I'm like, it'd be cool. I should take some pictures of this, And I had gotten a pretty good digital camera back then, and so I started taking a couple of pictures, and I uploaded them. I'm on like Sideshow Freaks after I got those, and that was dangerous. That led to all this too. SideshowFreaks.com. So, you post some pictures up there, just shelfie stuff, and, just take a picture on the desk or whatever. And, I'm like, I could really do some cool stuff with this. Like, I could put them in front of backdrops and take them outside. And so, I'm thinking, like, I'm inventing this, you know what I mean? Like, and I had an Instagram account. I didn't really use it all that much. And I posted a couple things there, and I started seeing all these other things, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a ton of people doing this, man. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is like a thing. So that pretty much started me down the road to up in the game and taking it further.
Yeah, and man, like I gotta say, your work is amazing. Like I look at your work and it just blows my mind. Like I'm really like some of the stuff you do. And then I see the behind the scenes shot, and I'm like, whoa, that's super clever.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think that's half the fun. I mean, there's times when, like inspiration, and I don't know if you could ask about that, but like, sometimes it's just, I just want to do this cool scene from the movie, or I just want to do, this light technique or whatever. Or I saw like a portrait of somebody, and you want to do like a low key portrait of like Ben Kenobi or something. And there's other times where it's like, oh, I wonder if I can do that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the shot yesterday. Which is like, can I make that happen? And that's kind of half the fun. You know what I mean? Like almost like, can you make it work? I know with all the ACBA stuff. Do you guys say ACBA every time, or I call it ACBA? I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. I call it.
Yeah.
You can call it whatever.
Okay, I didn't know if that was I don't know how people pronounce it, but it sounds like Aflac. But with that stuff, I mean that's kind of that battle, and like figuring out ways to hide things and stuff. It's it wasn't my thing, but after this last Total Combat thing, it was a challenge, man. I gotta tell you. But that's fun. You know what I mean? That's part of the fun.
Yeah, your shots on the contest have been really fun. Like it's really different from what you usually do, and I quite enjoy them.
Thank you. Yeah, it is different. It kind of brings out a different way of looking at things, I think. So I'm not anti-Photoshop. I'm very pro Photoshop. I'm pretty well versed in it. And but I mean, when the rules say no Photoshop, it's like you got to think a different way, and it's kind of cool.
Going back to your roots again, could you share like some beginner tips or any technique that helped you during the process? When you were starting out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're talking about. We're talking about action figure photography. Posing is key. Like, study poses. If you can't find the pose from a comic book or from a movie, literally get in front of the mirror, make the pose, or just feel it. You know what I mean? You can kind of stand there in the room and just make the pose, and you can kind of feel the way the the limbs move, and because it sells it, you know, and everybody on ACBA knows that it's the pose. So, you know, I went to art school, so we studied anatomy, and I used to draw, so, you know, it kind of comes naturally. But that's a big one. And then secondarily, I would say, just for the basics, even beyond learning your camera, is learning some lighting techniques. And you can find stuff on YouTube for free all over the place. But that's key. I mean, you got to look past, don't just look for the ones that talk about toy photography necessarily, but look at portrait photography, or or product photography even more so, because products are really what we're shooting. We're shooting pieces of plastic. So not to keep, you know, shiny objects, to keep the shine off of them and things like that. That's key. Lighting is key. I got to say that's 50%, or maybe 60 or 70% of what I do.
Yeah, your lighting is on point, man. I really enjoy looking at your final picture, but then I really like to look at the behind the scenes shot, 'cause it always like blows my mind, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's fun too. I love looking at people's behind the scenes. I think there should be more of that. And I've been trying to do, like, you know, the sliders on Instagram and show the behind the scenes, because it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot more than people think. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the setup. I'm sitting next to the setup of that Star Wars shot I did, and I got 1, 2, 3 lights. I got a rack that I hung the Death Star from. I got a card stand with a card blocking some of the light from hitting the rock, and, you know, it's involved. You know what I mean? It's a little tiny thing, but there's all sorts of crap all over the place. It looks like, you know, somebody's doing surgery here. It's not. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, sometimes you could see like the final picture look simple, but when you see the behind the scenes thing, you're like, oh yeah, this shit got real.
Yeah.
So, I know you just did a massive project for the picture that you posted today, but are there any projects that we can be expecting from you in the future, toy photography?
Well, I'm always I'm on the excludecollective.com team, and I do reviews on there and photo work, and we're always doing projects. We did a portrait issue a while back. I think I posted the Joker shot of him destroying the Mona Lisa, painting a big red smile over it. For that issue of portraits. So there's that. I also just got, and I know we're going to get into toys later, but I just got the Beast Kingdom. I think they're called, what the hell are they called? DAH figures from just in time for the Avengers. It's Batman versus Superman figures. You know? So, but I'm shooting those for Exclu, and, you know, because they're not out yet, and they're pretty cool. So there should be some pictures of those up soon.
Are those like
the pretty elaborate set?
Are those like the big-headed ones?
The big-headed one? Oh no! Yeah, no, No, this is different. Yeah, because Beast Kingdom does all those little bobblehead guys, but these are straight up. These are 1/7 figures, so they're bigger than, you know, our regular figures, and they're pretty sweet, man. They're on for pre-sale now. Like, if you go to Big Bad Toy Store or wherever you go, you can check them out. I gotta say, they're pretty nice. The articulation's great. They're nice and tight. You know, Superman's got a plastic cape, Batman's got a plastic cape, which is kind of a pain, but they look good, you know what I mean, and they pose pretty well. So I got some cool shots coming up of those guys pretty soon. And, you know, then just the usual, my usual crap. You know? Just trying to get a picture done every once in a while without, you know, letting it take over my life.
Yeah, I would say it's for me, like, I haven't taken that much pictures in a while, and it kind of sucks. I want to get it back into it, but I've been way too busy lately.
Yeah, I know it's tough. It's like you know, doing life things is great, you know, and you got to do that, and you got to break away, but you do Jones for it. It's almost like, I got to do something. I got to be creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm creative all day. It's all I do anyway, you know. But I mean, when you're doing like a site for a law firm or a dental product, it doesn't quite get the juices flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to get down in the basement and get some toys on.
So, any other toy photographers that you really like? Either it be on Instagram or it could be also in ACBA.
Yeah, or outside of that. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys know of, and this is a good person to look at for. I mean, he does different stuff. He would hate me calling him a toy photographer, but Felix Hernandez. Look him up. It's Dream Photography is his company name. But he started out doing a lot of Hot Toys Stormtrooper shots, just really beautiful art shots. And now he's working. He does models too, but he does like car models, and he makes them all rusty, and then he takes these shots for some big companies like Mercedes-Benz and things like that. But they're small shots, but he makes them look like he does these dioramas that are amazing. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, anybody who's on ACBA should look him up just because, you know, his setups are amazing. So he's great, Felix Hernandez. And then, you know, there's just way too many people. I feel like it's the Academy Awards. If I leave somebody out, they're going to be pissed. But all my guys that I work with X Glue, Jason Yang, work more or less, Spencer Witt, Shazad, SB Photographs, Mark Walker, I think he started posting on ACBA, and you know, I've got to give props to Simon Hill because you know he beat me. You know, he's great. So there's so many people. I mean, there's so many people on there that are great, and so many people on IG. I mean, it's become an amazing thing, man. I mean, the whole community's become a pretty incredible thing. I gotta say, it's surprising how much talent is out there.
Yeah, this is actually the purpose of this podcast, by the way. Like, we are very passionate about this hobby, and we just like to highlight some of our favorite artists and just artists in general, you know?
Yeah.
The more the merrier. It's all good. Like, and I really agree. Like, I love how this community keeps it keeps growing, man. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, I got so this is a weird story, but my plumber came by like I don't know last year, and so he has to come into the basement to do some work, and that's where all my shelves, detals full of toys are. And he's like, "Wow, what do you do with these?" And I'm like, well, and it's always a weird thing, you know what I mean? Like if you're talking to other adults and they don't know what you do with your spare time, you're like, yeah, well. You know, so you'd say you do it for a living, because I have done it for a living to some degree. At least I made some money. So I say, yeah, I take these pictures. And he's like, oh, you know, my son kind of does that. He's got this little kid. And then he's like texting me. His little kid is like got like some stormtroopers outside in the backyard. I'm like, yeah, that's great. It's like next generation. It's like, it's a thing. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's only like I've seen really young kids take awesome pictures, man. Like I've seen it.
Yeah. I knew a kid. God, I'm forgetting his name. Jeez, I forget his IG name. Anyway, 13 years old. I mean, he's like a musical prodigy too, but kid's got a good eye, man. I mean, he takes a lot of portraits. He had like Iron Man and stuff like that, but he would take a shot, and I'm like, damn. This is really good stuff. Yeah, it's there's talented people out there, man, and there's a lot of them, and for the most part, I'd say everybody's really cool too. You know what I mean? I've made so many online friends all over the world. It's amazing.
Yeah, man. It's
doing this.
It's pretty amazing, and like really, it's become part of my life. Like. Once I didn't have access to it, it was pretty, I don't know, sad. Because I'm already used to it, and I have a lot of friends in the community, and it's like daily life. Like you don't see them in person, but they're there, you know? Yeah,
it really is it's really kind of the first, even though, like, you know, I've been on the internet since, well, we all, maybe we all haven't, I don't know, but I'm older. So, since it began, and like, I used to go in chat rooms and stuff like that, and you know people and stuff, but generally you're stuck with the people who you knew in real life, and you're just talking to them because you're miles away or whatever. But this is like different, you know what I mean? It's like I talk to a guy in India like every other day. You know what I mean? It's so cool. It's really cool.
So, is there any media that you're obsessed with at the moment, like movies or music or comics?
Oh, well, come on. I mean, I'm obsessed with Infinity War. That was amazing.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
spoilers,
was-
but amazing, unbelievable movie. How do I not spoil this? But there was one character in particular who was a surprise. Everybody's seen it here, right? You guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So you might know who I was talking about. He has a color in his name. Anyway, I almost jumped out of my seat, man. He's a great character. One of my favorite characters. I love him. And that was really cool.
That was a big surprise, actually.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Right. And I have that figure, and now I'm looking for I'll just say a different outfit for him.
Yeah, man, when I saw that, I was like, I squealed like a girl.
So did I. I almost jumped out of my seat. I'm there with my wife and a couple of our friends, and I almost jumped out of my seat. I was like, oh.
Man, that movie is an emotional roller coaster. Like,
yeah.
Oh, incredible. I mean, isn't it amazing, like, how great, like, a superhero movie is? Like, because I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was a kid, all I wanted to see was superheroes on TV or in the movies, and you had Superman, which was great, but, like, then you had Spider-Man on TV, which is horrendous. You know, it was awful. I don't know if you've ever seen that one, but it's horrible.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, The Incredible Hulk was great. That was always cool, but like you really wanted to see like it done like really well. And I think like the Nolan Batman was like the first thing I ever saw that was like, damn, that's what it's supposed to be right there. That's great. And now these Marvel movies are just unbelievable, man. Just great movies. Just great movies, period.
Yeah. They have a lot of heart too, like you could relate to most of the characters.
That's always been Marvel. Like I got thousands of comic books here, and I would say 98% of them are Marvel. I'm just a Marvel guy. But that's what Marvel always was. Like you could read those books in the X-Men, like with Chris Claremont, and you could just read them, and like they were like real people. You know what I mean? That was the key to those books. Like Peter Parker was a real person. You could relate to him. It was great.
Yeah, especially Peter. Like I think most of us could relate to Peter. You know.
Absolutely, yep, nerd, picked on.
Yeah. So what would you say is like your overall franchise? You know, like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever. Which is your favorite?
I
think it's obvious.
I gotta say Star Wars is probably my favorite, just because it's been a part of my life for a long time, and it took over my life when I was a kid. Man, I saw that first movie. Darth Vader walked in the Tantive 4, and I was like, all right, I'm in. That's it. I'm in. That you got everything I own. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have everything that you've made, and that's pretty much been the relationship with it. But I mean, that's just because I got a lot of it, and they come out with some great stuff. I mean, the samurai stuff is awesome, but I love Marvel. I have kept myself from getting Marvel Hot Toys because I already have 140, you know what I mean? And I don't have any more damn room. So I've been getting and I wasn't really into them, but I've been getting the Legends and stuff, and I love the Fantastic Four Legends. Can't wait for the Thing to come out and stuff.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty good.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's like hanging out on ACBA or what, but like I'm kind of getting into these 6-inch figures, and it's a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah, the good thing about Legends is that they're obviously cheaper, but not only that, what I like about them is that they usually do more of the obscure characters that you might never get anywhere else. You know?
Yeah, Paladin. Come on, Paladin. When did you ever think you were going to see a Paladin figure? For God's sake.
Yeah.
You know.
But
yeah, they're cool. They're really nice, actually. I mean, some of them are really well done. I got that Jessica Jones. I got the whole Daredevil line like a couple months ago, and man, those look great. I mean, for the most part, they look really good.
I think the latest one I got was the Deadpool Wave Cable, and
Yep.
man,
Oh,
that's
Cable.
really nice.
Cable, I just spent about 2 days customizing Cable. So I took him apart, I weathered him, I chromed up his arm, painted the boots and everything. I'm in the process of painting the guns. I don't know why I'm like obsessed with like making this guy look like really
That's the thing though, like
super
the
real.
Cable,
You know what I mean?
the Cable figures always kind of want to make you do that. Like
Mhm.
I also customized mine as soon as I got him. First thing I did, I customized it.
Yeah.
Same here.
That and Deathlock, right? Deathlock looks great too.
Oh yeah.
He's cool. But I hated Rob Liefeld. I hated when he took over as New Mutants. I really I wanted to be a comic book artist, and I was pretty good, but I was way too slow. Like I would have done like a page, like a week. Like doesn't work out. But then right at the time I was actually working in a comic shop, and I would sit there and draw, and people would buy the stuff, and Rob Liefeld come out and blow up, and I'm like, God, this guy just sucks, man. He's so bad.
Man,
he's
can't
so
draw
bad.
feet.
Can't draw feet, and everybody's got like not thighs, but the lower legs that are like 4 feet long and everything. It was awful.
Yeah,
so it kind of took me out of that character, away from that character, even though it was a great character. But when other people did him, when he crossed over the Fantastic Four and stuff, I liked it as a character. He was good. I'm looking forward to the Deadpool too.
Oh yeah. Actually, going back to saying that Star Wars was your favorite franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is about Star Wars. It's special to us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually got introduced to Star Wars by my dad, because when he was a kid, he actually he watched the movies in the theater and all that, and he got me into them, and I've been hooked ever since. I love them.
Yeah. Damn it, I could be your dad, dude. Jaime, that's very disappointing. But anyway, yeah, no, it is. It's like there's something about that world. I mean, I hope they don't oversaturate it, and I hope they don't do anything that. I mean, even Last Jedi, I watched it again. I liked it a little more. You know what I mean? I'm still on the fence, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite movie, but I enjoyed it, and I like what they're doing with it. But I just hope they don't oversaturate it.
I like that movie. I do. I really do. But there's things about that movie that I can't get over. Like I just hate some aspects of that movie.
Can we do spoilers now for that movie yet? Or?
Yeah, of course. Like,
okay. So what didn't you like about it? What wasn't?
Oh man, like honestly, I'm a big fan of Kylo. I really enjoy his character. I think they did him justice in this one, but I absolutely hated that they took Finn, an interesting character from The Force Awakens, and they reduced him into like what comedy
relief, right? Yeah.
And then instead of doing what the people wanted, because they Poe Dameron and Finn, they had this amazing thing on the first one, right? Why not give them a mission to go on?
Right.
Why did they have to introduce Rose, a pointless character that did nothing and annoyed me the whole time?
Yeah, I know. I kind of dug her sister a little more. Like
exactly.
I thought she was a cool character.
That's the thing.
Really,
her sister
she didn't even
better.
say anything, and I thought she was cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't even have to say anything. And I get it, man. That whole Canto Bite thing was really I watched it. I've watched it 3 times now, and I still like watch that, and I'm like, I really just don't like anything about this, man. Really, nothing about it. And yeah, you're right. I mean, I never thought about it with Finn, but like that would have been cool. I mean, I know they're trying to get Poe to be the new, resistance leader.
Yeah.
And they got to give him something to do that, and I guess he has to interact with the higher ups to do that. But I think they could have worked it out some other way. I don't know. I felt like Canto Bite was just an excuse to do another Cantina scene and get crazy characters. But it was I don't know. It got Muppety too, and I don't like that.
I don't know, man. Like it got too prequely to me.
A little bit, yeah. The whole Canto Bite looked a little too slick and a little too clean, and I think what I love about Star Wars that it was always looked,
Rough,
and that's what Lucas wanted. He wanted to look used and dirty, and I get it. It's a place like Vegas that is a little more clean, but Vegas is still dirty. There's still some places in Vegas that are dirty, but yeah, it had its moments, and I don't know I don't want to go on about this forever, but if you guys haven't watched the director's commentary on the DVD or the digital, it might make you like it less. I don't know, because I don't know. I think he picked things to do that were just like, I think he liked the way it looked. Like
I don't. Let's just say I don't like Rian Johnson on Star Wars ever again.
Okay, well, you got 3 more movies coming up, so.
Are they confirmed though? Because like I don't know, like the Last Jedi.
I think they're started.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think
they're in production.
Yeah, I think they're started. Yeah.
At least like J.J. will be back for the next one.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, everybody was like, J.J. Abrams, and Force Awakens, I loved it, man. I think that's what kind of got me back into Star Wars. It was I walked out of there like loving it. I know it was derivative, but it was great.
But it was great.
It was a Star Wars movie.
It is Star Wars. It's got to. You know.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, it was derivative in some aspects, but at the same time, it felt fresh and new.
Yeah.
And you know what? The only thing that I gotta say, I really enjoy the Last Jedi because of Kylo. That's the thing that I like to watch. Because even Rey didn't got any character development, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, she didn't.
No, not really. I mean, not enough. You know what I mean? Like there's aspects of it that she's taking on. The next movie we will probably get that, but she just got stronger, I guess, as her Jedi powers. But Kylo was good. I'm kind of disappointed, and I hope that he'll put the mask back on because I'm sorry. I kind of dig the mask. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, the mask is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's iconic at this point.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed they got rid of Snoke so quickly. But people were saying like, you should have had a backstory, but you never had a backstory on the Emperor. You never knew who the Emperor was.
I honestly don't really mind it that much because if you think about it, they kind of did the same thing for the Emperor. You only got that backstory when they did the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And maybe they'll do that with Snoke, but
yeah, maybe.
I thought he was a good character, and I thought it looked amazing, and it was what's his name did a great job with it. It was just it was incredible. So,
if you could only purchase from one toy manufacturer, whom would it be?
Well, I think you probably know this one.
Yeah.
But it probably has to be Hot Toys. I mean, they're kicking it now. I mean, their sculpts are just amazing. Like almost, I'd say give them like 96% of them are like realistic. Dead on. You know what I mean? And there's one every once in a while that's like, how'd you get that wrong? But for the most part, they're really kicking ass. So. I mean, their prices are also kicking my ass, but they keep going up.
Yeah,
but,
dude.
I mean, if I could pick any company to give me stuff for free, it would be Hot Toys. But that's probably it. Although I love figure arts, I just think they're kind of inconsistent too. They're just like
they are
inconsistent. And,
they are. They totally are.
Yeah.
With everything, like releases, everything. They're totally out there.
But I'm extremely biased to them.
I don't know. I'm not sure because I really like them. I do collect most of the stuff that I like from them, but I don't know. They're really getting on my nerves sometimes.
Well, I mean they're expensive, and I mean in their own right, and some of them are great. I love the fact that they have multiple hands and multiple accessories and stuff, but like some of the sculpts, like where that Han Solo, like what the hell happened there? You know what I mean? It's just,
I have that and I like the figure, but
me too.
Man, I cannot like that head at all.
Yeah.
No. I tried to do a close up of it. Look at my feed when you get off later on, and it just it looks like he's got Botox gone.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like Harrison Ford.
No.
I just took a picture of that figure fighting Boba Fett, and I made sure to blur Han Solo's face.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah. I know it's sad. Like I can usually light something.
But you know what? The actual body of that figure is really nice. Like
Yeah.
I just wish he had like a better head sculpt.
Yep. And their Chewie is much better than the I think better than the Black Series too.
Yes,
but,
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
A little short, but better. Yeah, it's tough. I tried to light him in the close-up and tried to get it. And usually, I even took the Snoke and I did a shot of Snoke, the Black Series, and lit it so it looked really good. And you can do that with a lot of things, but that Han, it doesn't work.
Going a little bit back to saying Hot Toys, that was your manufacturer, basically your favorite one.
Yep.
I have 4 of them, right? And
yep.
Out of those 3, they're all like helmeted figures. The first one I got was Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens. That was my first
awesome
Hot
figure.
Toys. I
awesome
love
figure.
it. Absolutely love it, and I'm not biased. Then the second one that I got was Deadpool from the movie, obviously.
Another great figure. Yep.
Amazing, but he has a mask as well. And then the third one is the Scarif Trooper.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
Love that figure, right? But another helmet on him. And then the latest one that I got was Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and that was the first one that I got that had an actual human head sculpt.
Yeah.
I'm still impressed.
Yeah.
I'm still impressed.
It's incredible, man. And then if I don't want to get you, like, I feel like a drug dealer now, but like well, first of all, I got to talk to you because I got a really cool Kylo unmasked head sculpt that would go with your Kylo figure. You'd have to get it painted, but it's really cool. There's some pictures of it on my IG. But outside of that, like, I didn't like the Han Solo sculpt on the Hot Toys. And there's these aftermarket guys, just like Old Boy, you know what I mean, for the 1/6 or the 1/12 stuff. There's guys out there doing sculpts that are just mind blowing, and I happen to get a Han Solo one, and there's a bunch of pictures of it on my IG again. That's just like, I mean, perfect. I've taken close-up shots of it, and people think it's Harrison Ford. It's just amazing. So I mean, even beyond, but Hot Toys is really. They struggled a little bit with some of the Star Wars stuff. Luke Skywalker doesn't look too good, but they're really kicking it now. I mean, that Princess Leia is one of my favorite figures from them, from Star Wars, and
yeah, it looks crazy good, that one.
Everything that's coming out for Infinity War is just killing me because I want it so badly.
I had to pre-order that Captain America, man. I did. I pre-ordered.
Oh, you did?
Oh man.
You know what? I'm just gonna straight out say what I have pre-ordered from them. I actually pre-ordered Kylo Ren. I had to do it. For
the new one?
Yeah, from the last.
All right. Well, then you don't need a sculpt for it. Okay.
I got that one. I also pre-ordered the deluxe Boba Fett.
Oh yeah,
that one
that's
looks
nice.
amazing. I had to pre-order that one.
That's nice.
And I actually pre-ordered Black Panther and Killmonger.
Wow.
And Captain America. So I'm
nice.
getting into the Hot Toys now.
Nice.
I wish I could afford to be that into Hot Toys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Buster next there, Jaime?
Oh no, please no. I can't. No.
Yeah,
that's first of all, where would I put it? That's huge.
Well, that's the truth. That's the truth. You got to take a shelf out of the detolf or something, and because head doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's super huge.
Yeah.
Like it's like a human baby or something. Like
that's the thing. Like with the Hot Toy, that's how I'm trying to stick. Like I got a few like outlier things. Like I bought the first Avenger Captain America, like the soldier uniform one and the Red Skull, and because that was like one of my favorite Avenger or Marvel movies. And I got a Wolverine, I got a Logan, Superman, the 66 Batman and stuff, and I got the Nolan Batman and Joker. But other than that, I'm staying away from superheroes because I'm a completist, and like if I can't just get Star-Lord, I need Gamora. I need everybody. I need Groot. You know what I mean? I gotta have everybody. Gotta have the team. It's a sickness. So
that's the thing though, because I pre-ordered Captain America before the Infinity War, and now after Infinity War,
right?
I kind of need that Thanos, man. I kind of want that Thanos.
Oh no.
The Thanos is awesome, and that Thor looks great.
Oh, and, Thor, man. Fucking Thor, man.
Yeah, I know. It looks amazing. It looks just.
And you know what? I totally regret not getting the Doctor Strange from that thing going for crazy money now.
Yeah, that's the thing too with those things. They are becoming, they're going, like it's like the figure art stuff where you gotta jump on a me to get the thing, that stupid Anakin that's killing me.
Oh man, I missed it. I missed that one.
It's getting like Hot Toys. That's like I didn't pre-order the Hot Toy Anakin, and I have a custom,
I also
which is
missed
pretty
that
good,
one
but
too.
I love the head sculpt. I put myself on the wait list and I came through the other day. So now the bad thing is I got to pay for it. So.
Man, the thing is I can't do that because Sideshow doesn't ship to Puerto Rico, so I can't do that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I gotta get them from like other third party sellers, which totally sucks.
Yeah. So what do you do? Go through eBay or?
No, usually I do like DVTS when they get them.
Okay.
I'm very limited with Hot Toys. That's why
sucks, man.
It's better for me, trust me.
Okay, I was gonna say I'll help you out. If there's anything you really want, just ship it to me. I'll ship it to you. But I don't want to feed your I don't want to feed your addiction.
I just need that Anakin though. I wish I could pick that up though. That looks amazing. The Hot Toys.
Look, I mean, if you again, I don't want to send you down the rabbit hole, but places like Sideshow Freaks or SideshowCollectors.com, people are selling stuff a lot better prices than eBay. Used, but you can always find stuff.
What would you say is your favorite figure if you had to choose one?
Okay, so this is a question all the time. There's two, and so I have two customs. One's Indiana Jones, and the other one is Mad Max. Now, you're on the peripheral of 1/6 world, right? But these customs, and I did an article on X Collective. If you want to read about the Indiana Jones, the clothes. I don't. Maybe you know about this, but the clothing set for this was custom made. I think it was $450.
Whoa.
For the clothes.
Oh.
Yeah. So then you want to go out and you want to get the right body for it, which is usually the Han Solo body or the Bruce Banner body, which works really well for it. And the Han Solo body from Hot Toys, parted out, is going for like $90. Then you want to get a sculpt, which is going for, and if you want it painted by a really good painter, you're talking about another $250. And then you want the whip. There's a guy who makes custom whips, $45. If you want a real metal gun, that's going to cost you like $75. So then you got to get all the Hot Toys accessories, the bag, the boots, the gloves, the hands, all that stuff.
Oh,
so you're talking about these are $1,000 figures. It's crazy. So they're obviously really nice, and they're like my favorite figures. So it would probably be one of those.
Yeah.
If there's a fire in the house, I'm grabbing those two.
Yeah, you gotta grab them if you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually seen the Indiana Jones. You took a couple of pictures of him, and that looks amazing. But I didn't know it was a custom. That looks great.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, in the pictures you don't really see. Well, there's a couple of them, but check out the article I did on Xclu because I detail some of the clothing and stuff like that. People still look at it and go, "What the hell is wrong with you, man?" You know what I mean? But when you see this stuff up close, and it's like anything, it gets crazy. You know what I mean? Like you can make yourself crazy over it, and you get into it, and then other people are feeding your frenzy. So oh yeah, totally, it's worth it. But it is great quality stuff. But yeah, the Mad Max I haven't taken really a picture of yet because I just got the sculpt done a while ago. So still working on that one. Work in progress.
Is it the classic Mad Max or the? Or
It is the
Tom
classic Mel Mad Max, yeah, and he's got everything. That's also custom clothing, and I custom metal everything. I bought this set from a guy. It's called Full Metal Customs. He does. I mean, it'll blow your mind. Like, look him up on IG, because the stuff he makes at that scale, it's incredible. I mean, just it'll blow your mind. But he made a full set for Max, so the brace, the leg brace. It even came with little cans of the Dinty dog food, and it's awesome.
Wow, that's really cool. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah.
So I know you kind of answered this before. You said you weren't anti-Photoshop, but Photoshop or no Photoshop?
So, Photoshop for me is a tool. It's like anything. It's almost like saying, film or no film. You know what I mean? Like, you can use a film camera if you want. That's great. And you can take some cool pictures with, like, the little Pixie cameras and stuff like that, and the toy cameras and things. Or even just a nice Hasselblad with, film camera. But, that's for, you're doing that for a purpose. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing that to get a different feel. But, I mean, Photoshop's a tool, you know what I mean? And people can use it badly, and people can use it really well. And, at first when I found ACBA, I was like, oh, wow, what is this? Like, no Photoshop? I understand, like, hiding the stands and stuff like that, but, like, you got to edit your photos, you know what I mean? You got to crop them, you got to color correct them, you got to, brightness, contrast, all that stuff. So,
yeah.
I was like, is that what you're talking about? Like, literally nothing? Like, just literally, I took the picture and here it is. And I know some people are like that. Some people are like, completely, I don't touch it. I take it out of I take it off the disc and that's it. But I think that's kind of crazy because I think you're limiting yourself.
Yeah, and also I think I read books say once that color correcting, cropping, all that stuff is allowed because you're not doing anything. You're just,
Yeah, I figured that out after a while, but I thought when I first got into it, I thought, oh wow, what the heck?
Yeah, same. At first I thought you had to like take the picture and that's it.
Yeah, right.
But you could,
and I try to
do that.
I try to take pictures. Like, I could show you some raw shots. Like, even of the Star Wars one from today, it looks pretty good. You know what I mean? It looks pretty good, even raw, but it's not what it could be. You know what I mean? Once you go in there and you fiddle with some detail and you fiddle with some contrast and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm totally pro Photoshop, but, I stick to the no Photoshop for places that have rules, like ACBA.
Yeah. I'm actually experimenting a little bit more with Photoshop. Like one of my latest shots, it was an Ultraman shot that I did.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
He's flying. The whole thing is tangible. The only thing I did with Photoshop was I lit up his chest, his little orb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing I did, and it looks pretty cool, man. I liked it.
So the depth of field on that one, like his feet being out of focus, that was as you shot it, right? With the background. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because some people do that and like they'll blur the feet, you know what I mean, in Photoshop or whatever, just to make it look like there's more depth to it too.
Oh yeah, I don't really like that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do it manually with the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that shot, I just used the glass technique. It was actually one of my first time doing something like that.
Oh yeah.
Turned out pretty good.
Yeah, really good. That worked
thanks,
really
man.
well. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's really cool. And I'm also looking at you as Kylo Ren, which I did not see before.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get
That's awesome.
Bjorn to make me to draw me as Kylo Ren. I didn't even ask for that, and he just.
Oh, that's so cool. See, that's amazing. What I mean. There's so many cool people, man.
Mm-hmm.
In and around this, it's so cool.
Yeah, I love that piece of artwork. I really do, man. Because I love Star Wars.
Great.
That's been part of my childhood, and I just really enjoyed that character. Like since he was introduced in The Force Awakens, I don't know why I love him.
Yep, it's a great character.
So, Trevor, do you have any other hobbies outside of toy photography?
Who has time? Honestly,
Adult.
you know, yeah. I mean, oh god, it's so sad because like I'll customize figures and paint figures and stuff. No, but I kayak. You know, my wife and I kayak. We like to travel. We haven't traveled much recently. We got an older dog that we can't really leave on his own for too long. Yeah, you know, puttering around the house, doing shit outside. You know, not really. I used to have other hobbies, but this kind of took over, and it's like this is it. It's all there is.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like once I got into, okay, because I collected, right, but it wasn't like my main focus because I do other stuff.
Yeah.
And once I started taking those figures out the shelf and doing something with them, it took over. Like it,
yeah.
I can't control it anymore.
I know. I'm looking at a stack of like Legend stuff that I haven't even touched it, man. I haven't even touched it, and I like, you know, stuff keeps coming. I'm like, I'm never gonna get to shoot these things, man. There's no freaking way. There's no way.
It's crazy because I have like I have a full box of Ultraman figures that I haven't even touched yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I keep getting more. Why? Wait.
Right. Exactly. There's stuff like I have like I don't know if you keep a list of like ideas. Like I keep a list of ideas that they hit me because I'll forget.
Yeah, I gotta do that too because my mind sucks.
Well, everybody. I mean, it's just a lot. Like something creative hits you, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'll remember that. And then you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
But you know, that list keeps going. I check them off every once in a while, but you know, I still got a lot going on there, and like I could never ever buy another figure, and I could still continue this for the rest of my life with just what I have.
That's the thing. Like right now,
I'm starting to think about that.
With the amount of stuff that I have, I could easily take like a couple of figures that I never even like shooted before, and like wow, like if I took one figure a day and took a shot of that picture, I would never finish, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, well, I just told you I got 145 Hot Toys. I mean, that's half a year if I took a picture a day.
Wow.
of a different figure, and so that's kind of crazy when you think about it. And you're like, so lately I've been really kind of holding back and just trying to do what I can with what I have.
Yeah, I've been trying to hold back by pre-ordering a lot of Hot Toys and figures, but
yeah,
it just
because it's hard. I know, because now you're into Infinity War, and now I want the figure arts.
That's the thing. They get you. They get you where they get you where it hurts, man. Like, oh, you like this movie, right? Here you go, like a million stuff from it. Buy it.
Yeah. Oh, you want you like that? How about the Lego set of that?
Oh,
man.
Which is another thing that I have too many of now. Lego sets that are sitting here.
I
used to collect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I got out of collecting Lego because
same.
They're so expensive now. Like back when I was a kid, they were like $20 for I don't know, like a 600-piece set.
Yep.
But like,
dude, I bought that Falcon.
Oh man.
Wow. I always wanted that set. I never got it, man.
Yeah, it's huge, and it's like it's in the middle of my studio / collection room on a box, and like I have to clean it up in here, but like I just move it around like a piece. You know what I mean? It's like like I used it for that ACBA for the PK3 one shot, just the cabin, but I got that, and I mean I got sets back there that I haven't even put together.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like I used to collect Lego, man, but I had to quit. Like it's too much, and it's too much. Like they're only getting more expensive, and
but they do hold their value though. You can sell them.
Oh yeah,
no matter what. And, you know what I mean? So it's not too bad. I mean, I don't even like collecting them. I don't really want to display them. I want to shoot them. I like the shooting part. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah,
I love shooting
Lego
Legos.
Lego look really cool when you shoot them. They look like
Yeah.
a Lego movie.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, it's Lego.
It's Lego.
So I guess that's it for the interview section. Adam, do you have any other questions that you might add for Trevor?
No, sir.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
I do have one.
Oh, good.
Man, I always wondered, like, are you a photographer? Is that your one of your? Did you take photography classes or something, or did you just learn from the internet?
So I went to school for design, and we had to take a photography class. But again, dating myself, back then it was film. Digital cameras were not that great. So I didn't really like it. You know what I mean? I thought it was too much trouble. I would rather draw something than take a picture of it. So, but as years went on, I started working in an agency as a creative director, and sometimes we had to shoot a product, and we didn't have time to go take it to a professional photographer. So you kind of got to learn by trial by fire. You know what I mean? You got to have this picture. So I learned a little bit about it, learned a little more about it, got to learn some lighting techniques with working with other photographers. But I didn't really take it seriously for a long time. Even doing it, I knew some stuff, but it's only been in the last 5 or 6 years that I've really taken it seriously. But I've done a lot of studying, buying courses and things like that. And I always like to learn like new. I mean, lighting is endless, man. There's so many techniques to know for lighting. It's crazy. You don't have to know them all, but that's another thing you can go down a rabbit hole with. Just different techniques and stuff. But it's cool. It's fun.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know why.
Semi-professional, I would say.
Yeah, I always thought you that was your job, like, because your shots are amazing, man. I'm just
Thanks.
geeking over.
Thanks.
I'm always looking.
Yeah,
to
I take
learn
it seriously. Well. I take it seriously. I really want to make these things look good, and and I have done some professional work, like I did for QMX. They do the Star Trek 1/6 figures. I did their promo shots for their con figure, their and the packaging pictures that they used.
And you did the Mezco one too for the Joker.
Did the Mezco for Joker, which that was kind of a task for them. I really, I don't know if they're listening, but I wish they'd. I've talked to the guy a couple times. I hope they call me back. I mean, they're not too far from me, but I don't know if they just don't have the budget for it or what. But they take them on their own in the studio, and I don't think they look that good.
Yeah, they don't look that good.
Yeah, that's what people say. But you know what? Here's the thing. They could take the picture of the thing laying on the table, and it sells out anyway. So maybe they don't really need good photos,
Yeah. I just got that old man Logan. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I gotta tell you, like I just ordered the Sovereign Batman. It's the first one I'm gonna have. Really, I've played with them, but I don't own any of them because it's another rabbit hole. Like I don't really want to start on that too. But they're great figures. They're awesome looking. That Punk Joker I will have though, because that is amazing looking.
So Trevor, where can we find you in your social media?
You can find me pretty much at 16. The only 16shooter, 16_shooter on IG, and then everything else is pretty much Facebook 16shooter, Flickr for the 4 people that are on that still 16shooter. I tried 500 pics. No. And are you guys on that? Do you guys try the Vero at all?
No, I didn't. It had so many problems that I just ignored it.
Yeah, that first day it was horrible, but it's not really taken off. So basically, IG, Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but I think like Marty said, it's dead.
Yeah.
It's not a place for pictures. It's a place for news, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so IG is my home of choice, like most of us.
Yes.
So find me there.
Awesome. So go find Trevor and look at his
Or
awesome pictures.
16shooter.com, which I have some prints and stuff for sale
Nice.
up there as well.
Go check them out, guys, if you haven't already, because, what are you doing? Come on.
Yeah, I was dumb for not following him.
Yeah, what the hell, Adam?
Well, you've corrected that, Adam. So
Yeah, I have corrected it.
So, toys this week, guys. We're getting into the news section first. We got a few releases to go over. Then we'll get into pickups. So, news. Mayfax dropped their pictures for and the pre-order for the Bruce Wayne figure.
No one cares.
Cool.
They
People
also
are only going. Oh yeah, talk about the one that people do care about.
Yeah, that was the one that I was gonna say. They also showed new pictures of the Mayfax Spider-Man, including a Peter Parker head. What did you guys think about that?
Yeah.
I don't usually get excited for Mayfax figures, but
I did.
this Spider-Man is like.
It looks really good.
It looks amazing. I mean, like, no pun intended. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's sick looking, man. I mean, I saw it the other day, and I pulled out the Figure Arts Homecoming, and I'm like, I bet I can get this into that pose, and I couldn't. It doesn't bend at the waist the way that one does. It looks really, really cool. I always loved McFarlane's Spider-Man. And
oh man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It looks like McFarlane, or it looks like the guy. Who's the guy that followed him?
I think
he was
it's
good though.
inspired by like the early 2000s Spider-Man, but yeah.
Yeah, it was the guy right after McFarlane.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he was great. So cool looking.
So we also got pictures of the SH Figuarts Bucky. Oh man, that looks horrible, man. The face looks terrible.
If you
Which one is
that? Bucky or Winter.
Oh my God, yeah, that's disappointing.
I mean, I already
biased,
pre-ordered it,
so...
but I'm hoping someone does like a third-party head sculpt for that.
Yeah.
They also showed new pictures of the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk, and that looks pretty good. I'm definitely interested in that one.
For sure.
Such a massive improvement over the first Hulk.
Yeah, like it looks really good, and I'm excited for that one actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A
good who doesn't love a good Hulk figure, man? I mean,
yeah, like Hulk is just fun. Like I loved Hulk figures as a kid, and as an adult, I don't really have any good ones. Like I'm hoping that one's good.
Me neither. I picked up that little Disney cartoon with Infinity.
Oh, the toy box ones.
Yeah, it doesn't move much, but it's a cool looking. It's just a cool design. I love those things.
Yeah, those ones look pretty cool. I want to get the Kylo.
Yes,
of course.
Yes.
So they also showed pictures and put them for pre-order the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulkbuster.
Yep.
Looks cool, but I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either.
I'm skipping the Hulkbuster. I'm gonna pretend that Hulk was actually in Infinity War and go with that.
SH Figuarts Episode 3 Anakin. I'm still crying over it.
That was up for sale someplace recently. I'll see if I can find it for you. But it was it came back up on Nin Nin, and I got a notice, but I was too late to get there. And then somebody else had it though. I can't remember who it was. If I see it again, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Mesco showed product pictures and also put them for pre-order. The Mesco Dark Seed, is that how you pronounce it?
Dark Side.
I think it's Dark Side. Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Side. I'm not really familiar with DC that much, so I apologize. That looks pretty cool though. Like I'm not getting it. It's really expensive, and I'm not familiar with the character, but it does look cool.
Yeah.
Storm Collectibles showed their classic looking Akuma. That looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's up for pre-order yet, but I've seen the pictures and it looks pretty cool. Black Series is actually releasing an Admiral Piet soon.
Got it.
You got it already?
No, I ordered it though.
Oh yeah, because it looks really cool. And going back to Mezco, they also for Batman Day they showed a couple of sneak previews. They showed Gordon with the bat signal. That is interesting because that looks like a really good Gordon figure. And I
really does.
like yeah, and I like the that it comes with the bat single. I think that's perfect. They also put up for pre-order the exclusive purple Catwoman. I don't know why, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Pass.
yeah, same here. And they also did like a teaser for the Batmobile, and they haven't really shown it, but it's coming.
Oh.
Yeah. How much do you think that thing's gonna be?
Oh man, I got
$300.
I'm saying 500.
Yeah, I would expect 3 or 4, yeah, at least.
I'm calling 5.
Okay.
I really like.
I can see it. I can see 500 now.
They also showed new pictures for the Sovereign Knight Batman. Looks pretty awesome. I might get that one.
Definitely, I think I'm gonna pick that one up. Yeah.
And Figuarts showed new pictures, and they also gave information for their The Machinations event exclusive, The Force Awakens C-3PO with the red arm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Also for pre-order, Hot Toys had the Volume 2 Gamora, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
I assume you're going to be getting that, Jaime.
I don't know yet, dude, because I don't want to... If I get her, that's pretty much a confirmation that I need to get Rocket and Groot, Drax, and all those guys.
But get go find somebody selling the Volume 1, and that's good enough. You know what I mean?
No, because then I have to get them all. And I don't want to do that.
But wait, go back to that Mason. Go back to that the Batmobile. You really think that's gonna be $500?
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Wow.
And
so you could have gotten you could get a sail barge, or you could get the Batmobile.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's 1/12 scale, right? So it's gonna be massive. It's gonna have electronics probably, and maybe I don't know because they haven't shown it. But what if it fits like 2 figures inside or something?
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't own any of them, but I know that Hot Toys had the Back to the Future car. I'm not sure those were. I think those were like in the $800 or $900 range. So I don't know. That's a 1/6 car. I don't know. You might be right. I mean, their figures are expensive,
maybe.
But
yeah. It could be 400 in that range. Maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Also recently released, people are starting to get the A New Hope SH Figuarts Vader.
I was supposed to get him today on May the 4th.
But you didn't, so
because the USB PS sucks.
They don't understand May the 4th.
Also, SH Figuarts Infinity War, Doctor Strange, and Star-Lord. Those also released.
Got those coming.
Yeah, they're really cool, man.
Also, they're nice.
Mezco released on Batman Day the exclusive Ascending Knight Batman, which is basically the same one as the Toy Fair one, but with a golden belt instead.
Let me tell you a little story about that. So I went to Toy Fair this year for the first year through Exclu, and I go there and I'm talking to the guys there, and I'm talking to my contact there, and nobody says anything about this press event, and nobody I took pictures for them. Nobody told me anything about it, and I get back home and I find out that they had handed out that damn thing to everybody that came to the press event, and I'm like, you couldn't have told me to show up later to the press, or at least just give me one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there, I'm hanging out. So I was a little pissed about that, I gotta say.
Yeah, man, and then that
cool
that figure like went up in price, like it was in the 1,000 range, which is crazy. I don't know, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
And the thing is, people were buying it too. What the hell? Yeah,
I just only recently jumped on they're one of the Facebook groups, and man, people are rabid. People are rabid about getting everything. I was surprised that people were kind of poo-pooing the purple Catwoman, because it seems like everybody on there is kind of a completist. Like, they're going to get every version of that Ascending Knight Batman. Like, it's the same thing. It's just like, the accessories are black or the accessories are gold. Like, who? Yeah, really?
Yeah, that's weird, man. Honestly, I just pick and choose. I don't get the same figure like twice just because it's
Yeah.
different color. Like out of
Star
all,
Lord.
wow, I was just called out.
I heard-
Yes, I did
I
get
heard.
Star Lord, which is the same figure in different colors, but I have a weak spot for Star Lord.
Oh, what about Doctor Strange?
I had to get him.
You didn't have to.
I did. Shut up. Yeah, but with Mezco it's different because it's way more expensive than those. Is it though?
Hey,
Yeah,
Jaime,
really.
Jaime,
Yeah,
you gotta follow. You know Spangles Photo. You ever follow Spangles?
No, I don't think I
Uh,
do.
I'll send you the link because she loves Star Lord and Doctor Strange. She takes some amazing pictures of those two.
Cool. You send me that link. I'll definitely
Yep.
check it out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for news. So let's just dive right into pickups. Trevor, since you are the guest, you're going first. Any recent figures that you got recently? Anything like that?
Oh God, let me go through the boxes here. So Hot Toys wise, it's been a little slow, but I got the Hoth Leia, which is great looking. Not facially sculpt wise, not as good as the original A New Hope one, but the costume's great.
I think
Really
it looks
nice.
pretty cool though. Like
It does look great. I mean, it
nice.
does look great, but like when you get, I don't know, it's like anything else. You get into it and you start nitpicking things, you know, and yeah, just get away from it. They look great. I mean, they look amazing. You know, like I said, I got all these Batman versus Superman figures that I got to shoot for Beast Kingdom. I hated that movie. I got to be honest, but you know, it's kind of been fun, like shooting them in like these broken down battle scenes. So that was kind of cool. But I picked up Piet this morning. Pre-ordered him. I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a lot of Legends. I got the Ghost Rider a couple weeks ago. You know, this week, like I said, I've been taking it a little easy. I had to pick up those 2 droids for the shoot yesterday. Those 2 little 3.75 inch.
Yeah.
I don't have any more of those. You know, cool wise, you know, just some Legend stuff. Nothing really crazy.
Okay. So Adam, did you pick up anything recently?
No. But can I talk about the customs that I made?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, so I made 2 customs that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I finally had the time to make them. I used an SH Figure Arts clone, or 2 SH Figure Arts clones to make Captain Rex and Commander Wolf, both Phase 2 version. And I guess those are technically really the only pickups I have.
Those look pretty good, man. I've seen it.
Thank you.
They look great.
I'm really proud of how the Rex looks, but Commander Wolf could be a lot better. I think I need to add more battle damage.
Yeah, I really like that Rex. You did. It looks amazing.
There's
And I like
always,
that you sculpted the welding on the face
Mhm.
or whatever.
there's always room for more. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you go ahead, Trevor.
There's always room for more battle damage.
Always.
Yeah, always. You can never have enough. But yeah, I love how you did the welding on the mask. I thought you took the helmet from the Black Series, but then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense because
Yeah,
would be
the
bigger.
Black Series would look so massive on.
Yeah,
But yeah.
looks really nice. Did you make the skirt too, like the cloth piece?
Yeah, I cut it out. And
It
then
looks
I-
nice, man.
I painted the blue around it.
Oh, actually, it looks pretty nice. The only thing that it's missing is like if you wired it or something.
Yeah, actually, I used the Mafex Batman cape, which I'm kind of sad that I don't have it to use for Kylo anymore. But I'm also really happy that I used it. I used it for Commander Wolf, so his skirt is actually wired.
Oh, nice.
Hey, do anybody know of a good cape for the Black Series Vader out there?
I wouldn't really know, man.
replacement.
I know there's this one eBay guy that makes capes, but I can't remember.
Yeah, GPS lot or something like that.
I'll take a look.
Because
that's a great figure. I just repainted the whole thing like last week for that interrogation scene, and it looks great. But that cape is just complete crap. But other than that, it's a great looking figure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll look into it, and if I find something, I'll let you know.
All right.
So I guess it's my turn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Recently,
no, we're skipping.
Recently, the latest thing that I got was Old Man Logan from Mezco. I really like that figure. It's very simple, but it looks really like close to the comics. Like really close to the comics. I like it a lot. Yeah,
The baby Hulk is great.
Yeah, that accessory, man, it just sets it like on another level to me, because that is something that actually happened in the comic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, to me, I really enjoy that figure. I haven't shot it yet, you know, but I will. I definitely will, because I'm liking it a lot. And I was really actually surprised at the range of articulation that it has, you know, for all the cloth that it has. I also got the Infinity War figure arts, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord is coming soon.
Oh, you didn't get Star-Lord yet?
I was supposed to get it at the same time, but my seller forgot, so it's coming. Also, I got the they're older figures, but they're really, really nice. Bandai Robot Damacy Gundam figures. I won't even try to say the names because I forget. But they're cool. It's basically the original Gundam guy.
Nice.
I got it. I'm not really into Gundam that much. I don't even know anything about it. I just got it because
looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, and also I wanted to kind of recreate Ready Player One.
Oh yeah.
But I failed miserably at that. So I'll just shoot normal stuff with it later once I get a proper idea for it. I did get something else, but I can't remember. Let me just think real quick. I think. Yeah, I got. Oh shit! Yeah, I got NECA Kratos from the new God of War.
Oh yeah.
I don't really like NECA that much, but that figure, man, it's really good. Like, it's really good. 36 points of articulation on him. Really impressive.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I actually saw it in Toys R Us a few weeks ago, and I thought about it. You know, I don't play the game. I probably should, but again, I don't have time. You know, playing video games used to be a hobby too. I don't have time for that either. But it does look cool.
I got the game, and I'm really early still on it because I just can't play it that much, man. But like what I played on it, really good, really good.
Yeah, that's I heard.
But yeah, I guess that's my. If you count the game too, that's my pickups.
Nice.
You also got Fortnite.
Yeah, I also got Fortnite, and I played it like 3 times.
Twice.
Yeah, I got it. I like it. Oh shit! I forgot something else. I also bought the articulated icons. What's it called? The Undying Ronin. The samurai guy with the deer antler heads helmet.
Oh, cool.
I got that, and he looks awesome, man. But I've never had one of those samurai figures. I always got the ninjas.
Yeah.
And man, I'm kind of disappointed because the armor, it's really limited. Like, it's really, I don't know how to say it. Like,
posability is limited.
Yeah, the whole torso is basically limited by it.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Cool. That's the same thing with the Bandai stormtroopers and stuff. They're great, but forget bending at the waist, man. They just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but the
samurai ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have some of those. I really like them, but yeah, totally. They won't never bend at the waist. You know, my favorite one is Boba Fett though.
That's one I don't have. I missed Boba Fett. I actually bought one on eBay, and I should have known because it was cheap and it was a knockoff. It was a piece of crap. I mean, it literally fell apart when I took it out of the box. I did get the white Boba Fett. I got that one, which looks cool.
I actually have another Boba Fett sealed, so if you want that one, we can work it out.
Oh, okay. We might be talking.
Cool.
Hey, you gonna pick up the Figure Arts Thanos?
Oh yeah, I definitely have that pre-ordered already.
Nice. Yeah.
Looks really good.
I
really
completely missed the pre-order for Thanos, so
yeah.
I'm really sad.
I'm sticking with Figure Arts for Infinity War.
Yeah, like most of the figures look really good except Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America.
And
Bucky's worse though. I think Bucky's worse.
I'm definitely gonna sculpt a beard on Captain America because that beard looks like trash.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it will look better in person, but I'm fine. I'm kind of fine with it, you know. But Bucky is really bad.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for pickups. Any figures that you guys are really liking, like recently, like that you can't like you keep posting or shooting with them or something?
Posting or shooting, no, but I love that Cable figure, man. It's just so cool. And I picked up the Dewback too, which looks great. I haven't done anything with it. Everybody and their brother is shooting it though, and it looks great.
I've seen them. I've seen them at my local Walmart, but I haven't like gotten. They look really cool, but I just haven't bought them yet. You know.
Yeah.
Because
the stuff that I've been really.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh no, the stuff I've really been into, and I kind of put it away because of that. I was shooting a lot with the samurai stuff that we were talking about. I love those figures, man. They're so great.
Yeah,
they just look so cool. I know. I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stormtroopers, and I got Darth Maul, Darth Vader, White Boba Fett.
Oh man, I love that Maul. That's one of my favorites.
The Maul looks cool. I haven't even shot it yet. This is what I'm talking about. I gotta stop, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that
they're
Maul
fun.
is really cool.
They're fun to shoot. They're great.
Yeah, dude, I gotta shoot more stuff with them because I do have a couple of them, but I never shoot them.
I know. It's like you want. I don't know. They're good outdoor. They're good outdoor toys too.
Yeah.
They shoot really well outdoors.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like most of the times when I'm wanting to shoot them, I always gotta take them outdoors.
Yeah. Do you guys? You shoot indoors most of the time though. Both of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a indoor guy, but
Me too. Yeah.
I also shoot outdoors and on my dashboard. Yeah, that's the thing.
I like getting outdoors. I just don't. I like to control the light, and it's just too much of a. I don't know. It's just because I can't. I mean, I can manipulate the sunlight a little bit, but it's you're still kind of a slave to cloud cover and everything else and wind.
Yeah, I
rain.
Totally agree, man. Like I prefer indoor way better.
Yeah, I would rather create the indoors or the outdoors indoors.
Yeah,
than do that than I would go outdoors usually.
So Adam, any figure that you've been posting recently?
There's 2 figures that I've been posing a lot recently. The Mafex Boba Fett. I've been like, what I've mainly been doing is trying to find out what cape goes on him better, like looks the best, and I've narrowed it down to 2, which is like one that's like really tattered and it's like gray, and then one that's black. I haven't posted a picture of him with the black cape on, but it's kind of like a poncho. But yeah, I've been playing around with the Mafex Boba Fett a lot, and also of course Kamen Rider. I have to play around with the Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Gen level 10.
Nice.
My favorite.
I like the Venom shot you did, man. That looks nice.
Oh yeah.
What's
That
up?
was just out of nowhere because actually it wasn't even the Venom trailer that inspired that. I took that I think a couple hours before the trailer came out, just because I wanted to post it when the trailer popped up.
Nice.
But yeah, that was just a random one and done shot.
Yeah, it's good post, good composition on that too. I like it.
Thank you.
Actually, Adam, going back to your Boba Fett adventure, I think there's a seller on eBay that actually sells like custom ponchos for Boba Fett with the Mandalorian logo and all that.
Ooh.
So I'll look up the name because I bought some stuff from him. I'll look up the name and I'll send it to you.
Please do, because that would be really cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pictures on him, and it's more of a poncho instead of like a scarf or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks really cool because it has that logo on it.
Yeah, the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it for the podcast, man. Thank you, Trevor, for joining us, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
So yeah, go figure. You can find us on Facebook.com/GoFigurePodcast, Instagram.com/GoFigurePodcast, YouTube.com/GoFigurePodcast. Just type in Go Figure Podcast anywhere and you'll find us. Come on, man. Remember, guys, to check us out on the Raw, Live, and Unedited Podcasting Network at rawlivepod.com. You can listen to this podcast on iTunes, Podbean, and whatever listening platform is that you prefer. Also, make sure you give us a listen on YouTube. We upload every single episode on there, so make sure you check us out. And check every other show on the Raw, Live, and Unedited, starting on Sundays with the Sarlacc Digest, a Star Wars podcast. Really great. Check it out. Mondays, Who Will Survive horror podcast.
Another amazing podcast.
Tuesdays, Nerds with Attitude podcast. I personally check them out. They're newer on the network. I personally check them out. They got really, really high quality stuff there. I really enjoy their content. Wednesday, the Podcasting Dead. Thursday, They're Not Dolls with the Toy Migos. Friday, RLU This Week, the weekly show.
With me.
And Saturday, you have the Go Figure podcast and Figs and Flicks. So, Trevor, man, thank you for joining us. Anything you want to say before we leave?
Just thanks for having me, man. It's been great. Great talking to you guys. It's really fun. Love the show, and hit that potato. That potato. 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 Potato.